Welcome to Brunettes Who Bitch, where the sports are hot, the takes are hotter, and we don't hold back because life's too short to sugarcoat anything. This episode, pure chaos. We're talking sports, we're talking life, we're talking anything that comes to mind, anything that will come out of our mouth. No script, no rules, just four friends running our mouths, giving you our hottest takes. Buckle up.
So we're back, and as you can see, we have a new face with us. She is my sports counterpart for New York. Every team I love, she hates, and every team I hate, she loves. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Take it away, Sam.
Oh boy, thanks. Well, I'm Sam, and I was told to tell a fun fact about me, and I don't really have that much interesting facts. But besides the fact, I am a washed-up college athlete. I like to lift heavy things for fun, especially after a stressful day at work, and I work in college sports. Yay!
She says she likes to lift things after a stressful day at work. Meanwhile, she said, "Oops, I took a left and I went home."
Wow.
Dude, I'm not kidding. To go to the gym, I have to make a right. But then today, I just not thinking made a left, and I was like, "Oh, I don't
Darn.
think U-turn. That's a lot of work." So then I just went right back into my block. I was like, "It's a tomorrow problem. We're focused on that tomorrow." I didn't have that stressful day at work today. Today, I have no sports games at all this week, so I'm just chilling. I'm fine.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
love that for you.
I don't even want to lift myself up out of bed willingly. So I
know, I
give
don't
you
either.
props for that.
I feel like we need alarms going off right now. I can see
Real.
your face. Are you dying?
Did you just see my text?
No, I got the alert though. Are you dying?
I'm literally like,
Alex Holtz got called back up to Vegas, so he'll be at the game on Thursday.
They sent him down? Yes.
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago.
Alexander Holtz on Thursday. I love him.
I just saw her face, and she was like dying up there. I was like, "What is happening?"
No,
The text popped up on my laptop, and I was like,
I sent that and I was like,
That's all I saw. All I saw was her face. I was like, "Hello."
"Hey,
I'm so excited. I'm like, now I feel like I have to watch the Vegas warm-ups. Be like, I miss you. But I also
girl, where
need to bring my Dawson sign. So well,
We'll figure it out.
yeah, maybe I'll do half
That
and
is a
half.
dog butt.
There's a butt in your face,
Yeah, there is."
guys. I said something nice about Jack, and he scored 2 goals today. So you know.
So you're gonna have to just compliment him every game day. I'm sorry. Oh my
Perfect.
God.
What happened?
I have to. So I'm on Twitter. Brian Pesci says, "Why so long?" And then somebody says, "That's what she said." And Brian goes, "This is a family site."
No, it's not.
That's one of our players' dads. Our players' parents tweet at us.
Yeah.
You
Somebody
really
said,
have probably
"Very
a
something
better
like,
relationship with half these parents than their own families.
It's so funny. No, my tweet from yesterday of the "Wait, guess who I am" is literally 13,000 views,
Dang.
and everyone's like, "It's so on point," and I'm like, "Thanks."
It was so good.
You
Literally,
perfectly mimicked him.
Madison was like, "Why are you hilarious?" I was like, "I was born that way, tbh."
The way that you pointed like not at her on my
Oh, she-
screen, and it was really
She's there
funny.
to me. She's literally.
You're
right
there
next
to me.
It's you guys
Yeah,
are pointing opposite right now.
Hold up, I wonder if I can.
There you go.
That's so weird.
Whoa! Who switched? Now you're this way.
You're still not pointing at each
So
other.
now I gotta point that way.
Wait, no, Ash. Me and you are pointing right. We're actually pointing right.
Because when I was editing the other episode, there would be times when Ashley would be referring to me and she'd be pointing this way, but I'd be this way, and I'm like, oh.
This is awkward.
And so that's why there were so many times where I'd be like, I'm so confused. Like, why are you talking about me if you're pointing at Lauren?
Okay, so we need to refrain from pointing, is what I'm hearing.
Apparently.
You can make like
Put your
gestures.
hands in your shirt. You gotta lock yourselves away.
No pointing.
Take
Got
off
it.
my hand.
Boo. We're definitely talking trades because there was a really big blockbuster NBA trade that has everybody in shambles right now in the sports world if you follow basketball.
It has
does.
the
It's
player
crazy.
itself. It has a player in self in shambles.
So
Right?
He has
Abused.
multiple players in shambles. You had Patrick Mahomes was tweeting about it. There was a million people tweeting about this trade.
I was baffled when I saw it. I thought it was fake. Like,
So-
I saw it, I thought it was fake, and then Elliot Friedman tweeted and went, I thought this was fake, but it's not. And I was like, it's not fake?
Everyone thought he is supposed to be the cornerstone of their franchise.
I know.
He
We
is.
haven't even got names.
I'm on the
Oh,
edge of my
was.
seat right now.
Was.
You have no idea whose name this is. I'm going to give you the comparison that I saw on Twitter,
Okay.
and then we'll get into who he is.
Okay.
So, this tweet said, "My sister just told me that Luca getting traded is like Harry Styles getting replaced by Kevin Jonas during 1D's peak."
Right?
Like,
Even I love that comparison. That's beautiful.
because why would you replace Harry Styles? It's not.
So
okay.
that's what
Love
this
One
trade
Direction,
is.
but One Direction isn't One Direction without Harry Styles.
There you go.
That's the point.
Yeah. That's the
Wow,
point.
my mind is blown. This is crazy.
He
Dude,
literally said he wanted to play his entire career there, and like this came out of nowhere.
He
And then they
bought
said,
a
"Here, go to the Lakers."
15 Yeah, he bought a $15 million house a week ago in Dallas.
Oh my god.
Right?
Literally, like he was set on being there for the rest of his life.
I feel so bad for him.
Yeah. 'Cause what's he gonna
But-
do with that house now?
Sell it, I guess.
Safekeeping, I don't know. Go back on a rainy day. I don't
Right. Vacation home.
So the Empire State Building is my favorite Twitter account. They make the most outrageous.
Oh, they're so
content.
funny. I love it.
They made one. And I just came across it on Instagram before we started this, and it says, "This would be like trading me for the Chicago Bean."
Yeah.
No.
That's real though. That's so real. I
was a big
honestly
money thing.
never thought that would be a name that I saw on the trade blocks. I thought that was like Luca was not leaving that team in my head. Like he
I
was
didn't think that
there
would be an
forever.
option. Like I knew he needed to like re-sign a contract or something like that because I know Dallas made him miss out on $117 million because he went somewhere else. Yeah. So
my.
I think it was either like a giant money thing where they're trying to do something. I could totally be wrong because again, I'm not a manager. But the fact that your minority owner, Mark Cuban, had no idea and had players texting him saying what is going on, something's not right or communicated. And this is where the whole political part of the game really comes in, and it's shady.
That's really shady. I did not know that part of it.
There's a lot that like
That's crazy.
yeah.
See, I remember like I'm a Raptors fan, right? So when Kyle Lowry like left and all of that happened, I remember being like blown away by it, even though like I knew he was probably gonna leave. But then Doncic happened, and I was like, "Whoa!"
But isn't it
That was
weird
even
that
more mind blowing.
like isn't it weird that Dallas makes the worst trades possible? Like Jalen Brunson went to the Knicks, having one of the best careers I've ever even seen going to the Knicks. The Knicks are doing phenomenal. Like never knew that was going to happen. Then you have Porzingis going to the Celtics, and we know how that panned out.
Yeah.
And now you have Luka going to the Lakers. So
And now the Lakers are gonna light it up because clearly Dallas doesn't know what they're doing. I mean that in the nicest way possible.
No, you don't.
no, they most definitely have no idea what they're doing. Clearly, and I don't think the rest of the world knows what they're doing.
So, fun fact before we keep going, me and Sam are perfectly split down New York sports. Like, she is my New York counterpart. We're opposites for every sport.
That's iconic.
But like we don't attack each other. Like we'll banter with each other because we both agree, like with certain things. Like
Like Aaron
Twitter
Judge
trade-
disappearing in the World Series.
Exactly. But then she'll make fun of me with like Pete Alonso doing something, the Rangers. Like she told me straight up. She goes, "I can't stand Truba on the Rangers."
Neither can I.
Truba
When
and
he-
Kreider.
Yeah, when
Truba no
Truba
longer
got
are.
Ryder
traded,
has a punchable face.
dude, when Truba got traded, Ashley just goes, "But I really feel bad for his wife, but I still hate him."
Because my one thing about Truba is that he's such a dirty player on the ice, but then like off the ice, he's like this great person and does a lot of charity work. And it's like, I need to hate you, so stop being a good person. But
Right.
like,
I
His
plead the
wife
fifth
is a
on that part.
surgeon.
so I almost like I felt bad for him when he got traded to the Ducks. Plus, like, he got his captaincy stripped from him, and now he plays for the Ducks.
Hey, at least he gets to be in a warm state.
Yeah.
Fair. But like it's the same thing with JT. Like JT's now back on the Rangers and he's living with Trocheck.
Yeah.
I was watching the game at work the other day, so I really couldn't pay attention on who was actually on the ice. But he was supposed to play against the Bruins. I think
He did. He scored 2
He did,
goals.
right?
2 goals.
Oh, okay, sick. Starting off
He was,
hot.
like, he was like one of the only Rangers players that actually showed up.
He literally
was
said,
like,
Sounds
he
about
hadn't
right.
even been on the team for 24 hours. And he was like,
He was
Bad.
he was the meme that said like lost 4-2 today, scored both
Scored all
goals.
2.
Like
Now-
they were saying like, oh, we need him because like we need a strong left wing, all that stuff. And I'm sitting here, I'm just like, okay, I agree, but we also have no defenders whatsoever because we didn't replace Truba.
I was
So-
just about to ask, like, have they even made any hints as to like a new captain?
None of that. I literally check Twitter. I check almost everything that I can find on it, any updates, and there has been no renaming of a captain.
I
And
think
it's
it could be
kinda
Mika,
strange.
Who?
I will be surprised if it's not Mika
but
or
I think,
That's
Panarin.
real.
Or Panarin is, I think.
I think you guys are going to lose him this offseason if you don't go on a run.
Still, I think Miller is a good trade for us. Like, it's bringing back someone who literally made an impact from us from 2011 to 2019, I think he was, or 18. But even then, he's doing the work now. But what are we missing that we can't continue to win games? And defense.
Yeah, you guys still don't have. You have physicality, but you don't have enough. Like you guys used to be.
We have a
really-
Rempe.
But Rempe doesn't skate well.
Every time I think about him fighting, I think about him and McDermott. Like the meme that McDermott became. That's oh my word.
So we need to talk about Soto and going to the Mets, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're all excited about a midfielder with a good bat.
I should have mentioned anything about Judge, huh?
You can mention Doug,
I said this in the group chat earlier, and I was like, I had to bring it up as she says it.
but we know he disappeared during the playoffs. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him. But you guys just overpaid for somebody who's mid in the field. He's a great bat, and he's going
I
to be
love
great in
that.
the lineup.
That's that's like the only thing though. So if you think about it, the Mets defense is probably the best I've ever seen it.
But you're going to have a hole now in your outfield.
There could be workaround where Soto could either be DH rather than going to the outfield. There's ways to work around it. In my brain, I don't see him playing the field, and that's like me in a perfect world to avoid that whole, oh, he's just a midfielder, like just to avoid that whole concept. But do I think he is worth over $700 million with the experience he already has? No.
Nobody's worth
What's
that
his
much.
contract?
15 years, $765 million. So he's basically
15
getting like,
years.
yeah. So he's basically getting like 50 mil a year.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's not.
Plus some other crazy stipulations, but we won't go into
Yeah, it has something with like with the trades and all that stuff. But this is another
Trade
thing that really
a
sucks.
suite for his family for every home game.
Well,
So I understood none of that conversation because I don't baseball. So I'm so glad that Sam's here to yap about that with you because
Yeah.
Mom just mentioned that Vancouver's apparently shopping Carson Soucy too.
Interesting. They seem to
Right?
be dropping their whole fucking team.
Except for Quinn.
Quinn
Yeah.
said something
And
in your
even like now, people are like, Quinn does he definitely does not want to stay in Vancouver now. That's why
Not
so
if
many
they're
people are like,
all
oh,
his
like
friends.
so many people are like, oh yeah, it actually could be believable that all three Hughes brothers would be on the same team because Quinn doesn't want to be on a team when they're rebuilding.
I still think
Literally.
logistically that would cause so many issues, but I'd love
Oh,
to
for
see it
sure.
happen.
Yeah.
That's why I said in the car when we talked about it, like last couple of years of career.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw something the other day that the Chiefs were being investigated. But again, I don't know if this was from like an actual source because you know how Twitter has all these parody accounts? And I think it was the Bills game or the Texas game. I don't remember which one it was for, but I know those two games had a lot of backlash,
I saw there was-
especially in the Bills. I stand Josh Allen mainly because of Haley Steinfeld. I will be very
That's
honest
real.
about that. I will be so honest about that. I love them to death. I want Haley Steinfeld shown more than Taylor Swift, okay?
I love Tay.
We are the Taylor haters here, guys.
I love Taylor.
They love
I'm
Taylor.
literally wearing a Taylor Swift necklace right now.
Guys, I like the old Taylor when she was like that country gal love story because love story is playing at my wedding. There's no way that song's not playing. I just don't understand why. I get it. One of the most popular pop stars in the entire world right now, selling out stadiums all across the globe, all this stuff. Great, cool, fantastic. This is NFL. This is football. This is a sport that is loved even overseas where Precious Tay is also
This I do
known.
agree with. We don't need to see her for 2% of an NFL game.
You know what? I have no issue with them like flashing up to Taylor when Travis scores a touchdown because
That's
they
fine.
But
show
do that with every
they,
wife then, or every girlfriend.
they show families all the time celebrating.
Yes.
Like the thing I hate though is how people blame Taylor for it.
Oh,
She's
we're
not
not
the problem.
Taylor's fault.
She's not the problem. She's 100% not the
thing, like,
problem.
all these
It's
all these
the
like,
media.
The
older
NFL
women are
saw an
"Oh my God,
opportunity
like,
and
I
took
hate
it."
Taylor Swift,"
What the
and
hell
it's
did-
like
they
it's not
made-
her fault. There are
they
times
made,
where
like-
she'll like look up and she sees that she's like on a fucking TV
Guys,
screen.
it's the
like,
same thing that the NHL did with Jack during Stadium Series,
It is.
where they said, "Oh, you have a girlfriend now? Let's put it everywhere."
Let's broadcast the shit out
like,
of that.
the
That's
one thing that
exactly
threw me
what's
off-
happened. The NFL saw an opportunity. They saw a chance to get a ton of people watching, a ton of people paying attention, and a ton of people looking at them. And they said, "Here we go."
because
Yep.
their ratings dropped over the years.
But it's
Mhm.
so bad that you have Taylor fans now fighting with other Taylor fans because I see it all over my Twitter. If
That
you're
started-
not rooting, if
What are
you're
they
not
fighting
rooting
about?
if you're not rooting for the Chiefs, you hate Taylor.
You know what though? This fandom, listen, I've been a part of this fandom since Love Story. I have loved Taylor like my entire life. And in the past 2 years since the Eras tour started, it has literally just become like this terrible toxic fandom to be part of.
Mhm.
Everybody is rude to everybody. There is so
Yeah,
much
you
animosity
guys are like
all
the
over
rare
the place.
fans. I feel like you guys are like the rare fans who are actually like down to earth and understand like, all right, this is a celebrity, this is a human, this is life. I am not going to let it correlate or affect
She's
me in
got
any way, shape, or form.
Great music. I love when she shows up in a banging outfit. Like she looks
Mhm.
great all the time. I wish I had her stylist,
Grammys.
but like,
Dude,
go
her
about
legs
your
are
life,
phenomenal.
girl.
I'm sorry, I had to say it. I think
They
I
are.
came across.
I saw a
There
tweet
was a thing
earlier
on
today.
Twitter.
They were like, "What is she working out for?" And they were like, "Somebody has to win their
Wait.
Super Bowl."
Dude, I literally saw that this morning. That's exactly what I saw, and I was like, dude, she got some legs on. I was like, all right, kudos.
Yeah.
I'm sitting
Yeah.
here and I'm like, I think their story is a very, very cute story. He shot his shot in the most Taylor Swift way possible, which I can very much respect.
I
But what
applaud him for it because it worked out.
100%. And for most people, it probably wouldn't have worked out. She probably would just batted an eye and looked the other way, like 100%.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I don't respect is the NFL, ESPN, and all that stuff are marketing off of them just so they can get more views. Be more creative.
You know what? You know what
Focus
I
on
saw
your
today that
sport.
really pissed me off? So they're in New Orleans now, right? Prepping for Super Bowl. And he had one of his media things today or yesterday, maybe. I don't know. I saw the video this morning. And there was like a whole 2 minutes that they clipped together from an interview where they just bombarded him with questions about Taylor. And he
not
talks about
necessary.
her and hypes her up and he loves her and you can
As
tell.
he should.
But I was
I-
like,
I
what
saw
does
that
his
one of
career and
the-
the Super Bowl have to do with his girlfriend?
Yeah, I saw that one of the questions was, "Are you proposing to Taylor at halftime or like?"
I
At the
saw
end of
that.
And Travis was just like, "Wouldn't you like to know?"
But not even that. Shouldn't you be asking him questions, being like, "What's your mentality going into this weekend's game? You might be back to back to back, like Super Bowl champions. Like, how about things that actually matter?" But this is the reason why journalism and sports media is driving me bonkers, and I
so
live in
bad.
this world. I literally live in this world.
Back to back to back, three-peat possibility.
First time ever in the NFL.
But let's not talk about that. Let's just talk about your relationship with Taylor Swift. So you can talk about both, but you can also just leave her out of it right now because this is the biggest game of his life.
Like,
I
if you
feel like
want to
the
answer,
poets department answers any questions you need, guys. Like, stop asking him questions.
if you want,
Listen to So High School. You're fine.
Like, if you want to ask a question, be like, "Is she coming this weekend? Like, is she coming to support you?" Or like,
They
you know,
did
she has the most
ask him.
Yeah.
They did ask him about, because she was born in Philly, would she be cheering, or she was from that area, like, would she be cheering for Philly or would she be cheering for the Chiefs? And he
Again,
said,
valid journalism question. Because
and he said, like, you know, I don't think that she's ever really been part of that fandom. I know her dad is, but I know Tay will be cheering for the Chiefs this weekend.
Again, valid question, because it's
question.
going off of facts, not just of things of your own personal interest.
I'm not
went to Taylor.
Her music's just not for me.
Right. Like, that's like me with country music. I
Don't get me started on country music.
I love country music.
I
love
can't
country
stand it.
music.
I can't like. I like pop country. So, like Casey Musgrave, Maren Morris, stuff like that. I eat that shit up. But don't ask me to listen to like Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, shit like that.
We sprinkled upon the trades because there's not much
And then
we can
went
really
yap.
keep saying. And then we just straight up yapped into many hot takes.
I hate Michigan
North
State.
Carolina's not right.
You don't hate Michigan State's basketball team. Nobody hates Michigan State's basketball team.
I hate Michigan State everything. Go blue, baby.
Yeah,
She's fucking weird.
What's the go blue? What are we talking about here?
You Michigan. Go blue, baby.
When she said go blue, I thought she was a Duke fan. I was gonna say kick her out.
No,
You
Michigan.
think I'd be friends with Duke fans?
I don't know.
Absolutely not.
I draw my line at Duke.
You
I
Michigan.
draw my line at Philly too, honestly.
My assistant is a Phillies fan, and I think it was like every year I was like, "It's like, dude, I hope you get beat by a rookie QB or something like that. I really hope a rookie QB like beats you." And he's like, "Oh, we'll see. You know, they beat us last time," and I was like, "Yeah, I hope it repeats. Very much so."
The only Eagles fan that I like is my aunt.
Oh, she was great. Your Snapchat of her, or Snapchat of Instagram
My
story of her
Instagram
was
story.
hysterical.
It was so funny.
She's adorable.
She was
I
very
want to
happy.
add an Eagles fan to that. Kylie Kelsey is also iconic.
Oh yes, Kylie
Love
Kelsey.
her.
I love her.
Love her.
Perfect
Give
human
Kylie
being.
Kelsey all of the
The
appreciation.
airtime. Give her all the airtime. Give her all the appreciation.
I don't care to watch the game. I just want to hear her talk. I don't care because that couple right there, iconic.
I love them.
So clearly, there's a
Have
few
you
Eagles
watched her
fans.
podcast?
Yes.
Yes, I listen
so,
to it.
like-
It's some work sometimes.
It's so soothing to listen to. I don't know what like her like the I don't even know how to explain it. Just the way she talks is so satisfying to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, she
I
knows
love
what she's
how much
talking
she
about,
like.
but she also doesn't make it sound boring.
Yeah.
Well, there's that.
She has
and
a
I
good
love when
personality
they bring
to
her
it.
on the New Heights podcast, and she like pokes at Jason. I think it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
They're
I
great.
watched an episode of Good Mythical Morning that her and Jason were on, and it was so fucking funny.
I didn't know they met through Tinder until they went on to the New Heights podcast, and I was like,
Yeah, this is new information for me too.
I didn't know that
That's
either.
crazy.
so Kylie and Jason met on Tinder in 2014 while Kylie was attending Cabrini University. They married in 2018 and yada yada. But the fact that this is like a full detailed AI overview of their entire relationship is quite concerning.
Yeah.
AI is scary.
Sometimes it's like we shouldn't know this much about athletes' personal lives.
But that's the
real.
one thing that like is what the media eats up.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's wholesome, I can totally understand. Like
Right.
there's literally a guy on the Spurs who is literally wearing number 4 for his wife's old college number because he just got traded to the
I
Spurs and
saw
his
that.
wife played for Texas Tech
Yeah.
and she wore number 4. So I love stuff like that showing wholesome moments because that shows like that person, how the relationship is. And just in that one simple post,
I have a hot take though. I'd rather see the relationships because then other people can't have parasocial relationships with these people. And this happens in like a lot of the fandoms. I know it happened in Vancouver. with one of the players literally has a stalker who was in a fake relationship with somebody, not the Devils one. I'm getting there. There was another team, and I can't think of who it was, where this girl was literally pretending to be in a relationship with a player.
I remember this. I can't remember who it was, but yes, there was another one.
I remember, but I
And-
don't remember.
Yes, this girl was pretending to date Jack Hughes last season.
Oh, you told me this story.
Yes.
You told me this story, dude. So I only know about the devil stuff because she has to tell me all this stuff. Like she would like because I
It's
feel like she just
because
has
it's
to tell someone.
crazy.
I agree, but I feel like she also has to tell someone who just won't be like, "Oh my god, I know." I feel like she has to tell someone like, "I'm like, oh shit, this is real ass shit right
Like,
now." So she told
for
me
shock
the whole
value.
thing, and I'm like,
I remember when all of that happened. It was absolutely insane.
Because like the girl like was doing like the
She
most.
was doing the most.
She had like backstories and like photos and like,
Backstories. She had like front row. She had like glass seats for every game. They were
Which,
in like
first
the
of all,
presidential lounge.
which wag is gonna be sitting fucking on the glass at games?
Jack Hughes is apparently.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But like, so I'm almost okay with, and the only reason she got outed was because the NHL accidentally outed his relationship.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think people just need to stop having parasocial relationships with athletes, celebrities, whatever. Like it's fine to make jokes. Like we
Right.
joke about the hockey players all the time. Like,
Mhm.
oh, Luke, that's bestie. But
Yeah, that like it's oh my god.
like we obviously, I don't want to say like we're normal-minded people because I'm most definitely not normal, but we have the mentality of like when you guys meet these players, you're
We're
there
not
just to
weird to
actually
them.
we're just having a conversation. You just want to meet them and get to know them type stuff. You're not
Yeah.
there to basically ruin their entire life or implement yourselves in their lives.
Mhm.
And these are what these people do. They will implement them in any way, shape, or form.
We think any other, because I know we're nearing the NHL trade deadline. Do we think any other big trades are going to happen?
I think the Devils are gonna do something. Too many teams in the Metro have done something.
I just hope they don't do anything to Dawson Mercer.
I'm
Same.
going to throw myself off of fucking the main concourse.
I
If
will
they do
literally
things.
I'll be like, okay, we're going
Do not
to
get rid
do
of
that.
Dawson. Do not get rid of Shay. Do not get rid of Nemo. I don't know who that leaves, but
Somebody was saying Luke, and I was like,
Hello?
are you stupid? Are you stupid?
the only way I'd be
Prospect.
okay with that is if he went to Vancouver.
No.
I would not be okay with it at all.
Because then at least he's
Distinctly
still
not.
with the Hughes brother.
So we think that the Devils are making a big trade. I don't have faith in Fitch right now.
I don't know if it's going to be a big trade or just something small, but I could see something happening. Just
They need
because,
to
like,
do
every
something.
other team in the Metro has made, almost every other team in the Metro has made a move of some sort. It's either that or we just, run the rest of the season with what we have. We're not a bad team. We are a playoff team. We just
They just
need a
need
little
to
more
get their
center
shit
depth.
together. Yeah.
So Devils, we think are going to make a trade. Anyone else? Any other sport? Alonzo hopefully going to be signed to the Mets.
T. Higgins to the Bengals.
T. Higgins to the Bengals.
I have no hope for the Jets making any kind of good trade rumors, honestly. I have no hope.
Jets and Giants are just
Even with the new head coach, hometown hero, yeah, don't have hope. I'm not even going to
No.
get into them.
I need to see something for me to have hope in the Giants at this point, so I get it.
I have no hope for the Jets because I see my fiance basically just drop on a dime, be like, "That's it, never watching football again. I'm not watching." I've seen him go through the 3 times emotion. I am not getting myself involved in the Jets fandom. I'm sorry.
Real.
That's real.
Cut.
Anything else?
We're done.
No, I think we've covered everything.
I hope
and
you
then
guys
some.
enjoyed this bitch session. It's a lot of fucking yapping. You
Okay,
want
a lot of
out?
yap session. I don't even know if this is a bitch session because I think, we bitched a little bit.
Thank you guys for watching this episode, listening to this episode, wherever the fuck you're watching it from. I don't know, but thank you. Make sure to stay tuned for next week's episode where we bring some familiar faces to ourselves on to chat about probably anything and everything as well. Yes.
Can I be a
For
fly on the wall for that one?
Blah, 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 blah.
Of course you can.
You're going to be part of it.
Yes.
Oh, fire!
we're very excited for this episode.
Yes.
So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, review, comment anything that you want to see.
Give us a follow on our socials.
Yes, those will most likely be linked in the description. But yeah, that is all for this episode. Peace out, bitches.
Our hands.
Our hands.
Heart hands.